Oh boy, we are getting closer and closer to my favorite holiday. It's kind of really hard to believe that Christmas is like legitimately next week. It doesn't feel like it. I don't know why. I honestly wish I kind of pulled out some of my Christmas hats like a couple weeks ago. I have been watching a couple scary Christmas movies. I'm a horror fanatic, love scary movies, love scary books. So maybe watching some Jack Frost movies, The Killer Snowman, might not be the best thing to get you into the Christmas spirit. All right, come on. You gotta love and respect a killer snowman. Or rather, I should say, the movie Jack Frost is based about a serial killer that gets turned into a snowman that goes on a rampage of killing spree. And there's also a second one too, which is a sequel. Really good second one. So if you want a scary Christmas movie, definitely check out Jack Frost. Scary Christmas musical. What is it called of Johnny Depp? Todd Sweeney, the serial killer barber around Christmas time. Okay, let's get rock and rolling with some stocks here. Once again, happy Thursday. Pretty sure, yep, today's Thursday. We are rock and rolling away right now. It's 09:48 a.m. in the Eastern time frame. We have a lot to cover in this video. We have also gained quite a new subscribers. I believe 57, 56. Thank you for my new subscribers that have joined the journey. I'm going to be trying to put out videos Monday through Saturday here, really about what I'm thinking, my stock picks that I'm long on my Bung profile, aka public profile. We got to talk because I just opened a new position and I'm going to be talking about why. SoFi has dropped news, so we're going to be covering a lot of SoFi. But before we dive into SoFi and spoiler alert, PayPal, we got to go over CPI. So CPI just dropped and it is causing the overall market to pretty much have a nice solid little green push upward. Pretty much a reversal from yesterday, give or take. So CPI came in significantly lower than what it was expected. Here is something that is a cautious statement, and this is where it may nip us in the bum going into tomorrow. So, Powell last week said, do not trust the data coming out. We have to trust January's data before the Fed rate decision meeting at the end of the month. So we're going to be getting unemployment, we're going to be getting jobs, we're going to be getting CPI before the Federal Reserve meets at the end of January. And if everything is aligned like what it is right now, the Federal Reserve should cut interest rates like significantly greater than 0.25. The Federal Reserve needs to be cutting interest rates by like 0.5, maybe 0.75. This is BS. If this inflation report is accurate, where we were projecting a 3.1 and it came in as 2.7, and also we were projecting unemployment to be 4.5 and we got a tick higher, it's time to cut interest rates. Now, if this data is skewed because of the government shutdown, that's understandable. But what is it going to show in January? So that's going to be a really big catalyst going forward in January that a lot of people are going to be waiting for and looking at significantly. If you really want my prediction, I think that CPI is going to be in our favor and is going to really be trending down. I truly believe that this tariff inflation is a one-time thing, and we're going to see inflation overall just kind of trend downward, which gives us no reason to keep rates high. Not to mention, if unemployment in January goes to 4.7, or stays at 4.6, that is really bad. Really bad. That means the labor market is like it's really shocking how this number is not being like really thrown over a lot more. Because a couple years ago, actually, it was much more than a couple years ago. I want to say pre-COVID. So before 2020, if we had a 4.6 like unemployment rate, it would be like very bad. Like the vast majority of years, we've been like either near the low fours or around like maybe anywhere between 3.7 to 4.0. The fact that our unemployment is kind of really ticking higher and the Federal Reserve is kind of really giving us like, kind of like, hey, we got to be very sensitive to inflation. Inflation seems to be really going down. So this is one good thing right now, which is propelling markets higher. Here is something that is a little negative. So Japan interest rate cut decision is today. Okay. I've talked about this over the last couple weeks, but I got to cover this even more. So for anyone that doesn't know, this has to do with liquidity coming into the stock market. This is how the stock market works. If money does not come into the stock market to pump up stocks, stocks do not go up. What makes stocks go higher? Buying pressure. What makes stocks go lower? Selling pressure. Right now, if the Bank of Japan is going to be raising... Oh, okay, so let me even take a step back further. So during 2022, when the U.S. was experiencing very high inflation, our Federal Reserve was raising interest rates. However, Japan was like the only nation in the world that was experiencing pretty much the opposite. So Japan was going through a deflationary cycle. They were actually lowering interest rates and keeping them very low. A lot of hedge fund managers or hedge fund leaders on Wall Street, a lot of big wig people were then taking out loans from Japan because their interest rates were so low and they were spending that money in the U.S. stock market. Yes, that's how our system works. It's all based around debt. It's all based around taking... It's crazy when you actually think about it. It truly is. Last year, when the Bank of Japan came out in August, when I was buying shares of SoFi in $6 range area, because the U.S. stock market sold off significantly, the Bank of Japan said, hey, we are now experiencing inflation. We need to start raising interest rates. Well, that completely spooked out the Wall Streeters because there's like, oh my gosh, we can't, take out loans with cheap interest rates anymore. However, maybe now, since interest rates in America are going to go down, that's going to force Wall Streeters to go ahead and take out loans in America again. It's very interesting how this entire system is put together. It is such a demonic, satanic realm that we live in. Oh, it is beyond satanic. It's all revolved around greed. That's all it is. I am not a margin trader. And I mean, like, with all my profiles combined, I am well beyond six figures. And you don't need to take out margin to make wealth in the stock market. That is a lie. You don't need to gamble to make wealth in the stock market. That is a lie. People get it so wrong, and greed just utterly destroys everything. So we gotta wait and see what happens at the end of today, because honestly, we could very well rally people, and then at the end of the day, we could plop. And if that happens, once again, hey, Santa Claus may not be coming to town. Okay, so that's pretty much it for some morning updates. What is this? Holy bananas, did SoFi drop news? SoFi did drop news. Please ignore the advertisements. I'm on Stock Titan. I love Stock Titan very much, but I get, like, advertisements up the wazoo on here. I honestly, I gotta renew my premium plan on here. I am not sponsored by Stock Titan whatsoever, but if you do upgrade, you do remove the advertisements. Okay, so SoFi just dropped news today. Basically, pretty much, SoFi has announced the launch of a stablecoin. So, what is essentially a stablecoin? A stablecoin is, where's my textbook definition here? Hold on one second. Hold on. Something just got messed up here. Where are you, computer? Here we go. Okay, what is a stablecoin? A stablecoin is a type of cryptocurrency designed to have a stable value, unlike volatile assets like Bitcoin. SoFi is going to be using Ethereum, which is a little bit more stable in my opinion. Anthony Noto just actually did a podcast as well talking about this. Now, SoFi is starting with Ethereum, but then they're going to be moving into essentially everything. By being tied to a stable external asset, unlike a fiat currency like the US dollar. Did they offer the benefits of blockchains, fact cheap, decentralized transactions with the price and stability of traditional assets. How it works, acting as a bridge between traditional finance and the crypto world of payments. So essentially what SoFi has done is they are now strengthening their crypto platform and basically signaling to people, hey, we are a crypto pretty much trading safe environment. You are a crypto bull? Come on over to SoFi Bank. We can accommodate. Hey, you want a quicker transaction? We can accommodate. This is going to propel SoFi's long-term vision so greatly. And Anthony Noto has very much just laid down this solid brick of foundation. SoFi is now the first national bank. Why isn't this even bigger? Why isn't SoFi up by like 30%? Come on. Fears in the market. SoFi is now the first national bank. I'll say that again. SoFi is now the first national bank to offer access to its stable coin, SoFi USD, and stablecoin infrastructure, bringing bank-grade oversight and reliability to companies looking to integrate stablecoin products and services. With SoFi USD on a public, permissionless blockchain, partners can move funds around the clock with near-instant settlement at fractional cent pricing. This enables them to manage liquidity. Oh man, I can't read today. Liquidity with more confidence and deliver faster and more transparent services to their customers. Blockchains offer transactions at pretty much any time and also very instantaneously. It's strengthening SoFi's core. It truly is. It is remarkable. Said Anthony Noto. This is more about the podcast that he did. I kind of really want to keep this video under, like, as close to 20, 25 minutes as possible. But I'm going to go ahead and link this down in the description so you guys can go ahead and read. Very quickly, I want to go ahead and talk about PayPal really quick, because PayPal ended up dropping some news as well. Where are you, PayPal? Come on. PayPal, where are you? 2 days ago, PayPal submits applications to establish an industrial bank to expand access to financial services. PayPal is now looking to become a bank, kind of like SoFi in a way. I'll say that again. PayPal is looking to be like a bank, like SoFi. Pretty much be like a fintech and get like a bank and also a financial institution. Obviously, PayPal is a financial institution, but they are looking to now become also a bank like SoFi. Okay, so SoFi right now on the 5-minute time frame, basically seeing a pretty much solid push higher. I mean, the overall market is pretty much green. I really do not like how SoFi is only up by like not even 5%. Like, SoFi, this is phenomenal news. It really is all about Japan. It is about stupid fears in the market. That's all it comes down to. It is all about fears. Like, imagine if we did not have any fears right now. This news for SoFi, it would be like it would be up by easily 10-15%. And I remember those days. Go back a little bit over, I want to say, I believe it was around this time frame. I believe this, actually before the election. I believe it was this. Before the election in October. Yep, this was when. I was actually I was at the gym before lunch. Typically exercise before dinner in the afternoon. I was at a early gym workout. I was running on a treadmill. I had to stop because my phone was blowing up. We ended up just going up significantly from $8.59 in a matter of 3 trading days, up almost close to 20% here. I can't remember what caused this to go higher. I believe it was news, but like, give me a break. SoFi getting even more of a crypto foundation is even more bullish for the future. And it makes me feel so comfortable holding such an abundance of shares. And it honestly makes me want to buy more, but I got to be diversified just in case I'm wrong and something happens. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about what I just bought yesterday and pretty much why. So yesterday I ended up buying, I ended up doing 2 transactions. For anyone that has not been following along, if you would like to, definitely smash the subscribe button, totally free. On track to maybe hopefully have 100 subscribers by New Year's. That'd be awesome. I am doing a public profile challenge, a bung profile, I like to call it, instead of keep calling it the public profile. It's going to officially start in January, but I ended up deploying the remainder amount of cash on this profile I bought another AMD share. AMD was actually $199 yesterday. I didn't use a limit order. I just ended up using a market, but still AMD it's a buy. If you trust Lisa Su like I do, the stock is going to be double, triple, quadruple in the next several years. At these levels, it's laughable. PayPal. I was talking about PayPal yesterday, and then I read more about what PayPal is doing. They got a new CEO. So yesterday, I did say that PayPal did get a new CEO. Usually a textbook definition of a new CEO is a CEO that took over within the last couple years. Because when a new CEO comes in, their vision takes several years to execute. So PayPal CEO, Alex Chris, ended up coming in 2023 with the vision of just basically essentially rebuilding PayPal. And PayPal has been growing over the last couple of years. But PayPal is just so beaten down. It's not even funny. PayPal on a technical analysis, moving averages are so undervalued. They're now offering dividends. So, I mean, the 17 shares, I mean, hey, if I'm going to be holding this for a little bit, yeah, give me some dividends. I'll take some dividend revenue. Nothing too crazy, but hey, sure, give me some of that dividends. A lot of people say PayPal is a value play. Sure. I beg to differ because the company is still significantly growing. You can go ahead and argue that, hey, it's a value stock, not a growth stock. But even if it is a value stock, it's undervalued. Okay? It is undervalued. PayPal should not be trading at this level on the stock market with the amount of revenue, the amount of profitability, the amount of beats. They triple beat every quarter, just about, I believe, the last year. Maybe not, but yeah, actually, okay, I gotta actually look back to some things. Regardless, they are still producing revenue and a growing company in the sense of profitability on top of applying to become a bank. There's things happening for this stock. And the fact, like, I ended up pulling the trigger on Meta, which has just been beaten down, ended up buying Meta several weeks ago during this semi-little crash here. And I mean, my average on Meta is glorious here. Like, it's unbelievable. But I really do see good things happening in PayPal with, if they do get approved for a bank, that's going to be huge. On top, if the CEO's vision is primarily going to be executed, and we are moving into a monetary easing environment, which means the Federal Reserve is printing money. What ended up happening in 2021, 22 that caused PayPal to go parabolical? The money supply. Do I believe PayPal is going to go parabolical back to $300? To be honest, I'd be out of the stock if PayPal did that. I am looking to definitely trade PayPal, but I mean, PayPal could definitely recover to these type of levels. Depending what happens in the future, I may take some profits. Excuse me, I got some coffee burpees. I may deploy my money elsewhere and buy other stocks that I'm currently watching. No, Tesla is more than likely not going to be a buy. Same thing with Amazon, and also Nvidia. I have traded Nvidia over the last couple years. I'm pretty much kind of really done with Nvidia now, I believe. Same thing with Tesla. Unless Tesla gets a major volatile crash like they normally go through, and the stock goes below $300, maybe even into like the low twos, $200 range, maybe then I'll get back into Tesla. But as for other growth companies, oh yeah, there are plenty. PayPal, I just feel very safe to go ahead and finish rounding up on my pretty much deployment of capital. So on this account, I've ended up carrying over $25,000 deposited into this account over the last month now, and I'm pretty much all in on this profile with capital. I do not trade on margin once again. What the hell is going on here, man? Weeble, I honestly should have done this public profile challenge. I should have. My main profile is on Robinhood. I should have just made like another Robinhood like account. In all fair and honesty, Weeble it's a little annoying. Absolutely phenomenal to day trade on, but it's a little annoying sometimes. AMD position, I'm still down, which is just a shell shock, but the chips, AMD still getting hit. PayPal, obviously I bought in yesterday. It's pretty funny. SoFi is definitely trending up. PayPal is going down. Maybe PayPal is going to kind of be a hedge on SoFi in a way. I really don't know. If anything, I feel like PayPal should kind of trace upward with SoFi. But overall, my game plan going forward is that if next week the stock market sells off into Christmas, we could be like 2018, like I said in yesterday's video. Definitely check it out. If we sell off, I'm probably going to boost up this profile a little more, and I'm going to be buying more stock. But January timeframe, the account challenge is definitely going to start. Why am I doing a public account challenge? One, for to build wealth, to better my life. Secondly, to show publicly that you can go ahead and take a profile from 30 grand and turn it into six figures in the course of 12 to 18 months without gambling. A friend of mine watches these videos, like a real life friend of mine, like a friend that I know off the internet, and he believes that my entire profile is risk on. You may feel the same. I only believe that only one position on here is risk on, and that's Honest Company, because they're going through a transformation on their balance sheet. Although, I honestly don't know. Like, everything I've been reading about what they're doing, it makes me want to buy more. SoFi went through a transformation on their balance sheet early 2024. Look where they are now. But there's going to be it's going to be fun. There's going to be some cool rules. And overall, I mean, it is very possible to grow this profile to six figures in the course of 12 to 18 months. Next year could be a shocker to everyone. It could be a shocker next year. The market could sell off entirely. And, well, it could be a lot of pain. Or it could be a shocker and we could sell off into Christmas and it's off to the races next year. So either way, you got to do your due diligence like I have. I have researched all these companies. I kind of really bent myself over talking about PayPal. I got to double check on some things. I honestly thought in the last year, PayPal ended up triple beating. But regardless, with PayPal's revenue, they are growing as a company still. Sure, their growth rates are nothing insane like SoFi's and AMD's, but still, and forget about it, Palantir's growth rates are insane in the membrane. Same thing with Robinhood's. But overall, PayPal, in my opinion, I feel very confident buying it. I am actually a second shareholder of PayPal. I actually bought PayPal. Not on this profile, but I actually bought PayPal. When was it? It was right after I ended up getting into PayPal. Right here on this dip. Basically, pretty much like right before the election, I ended up walking away with, I believe it was like 15 or 20% gains that I made. It wasn't anything too crazy, but I was trying to deploy as much capital into the market before the election because I did do some, like, if you buy phenomenal companies, are you really gambling? That's really the question, because before the presidential election, I pretty much rolled the dice saying Donald Trump's going to win the election and the market's going to go to all-time highs, and then I'm going to sell stock. I was buying stock during the summer of last year. Nobody wanted to buy stock. The election happened. I sold shares. You buy the fear. Buy the fear. If you're a long-term investor, you just hold on to great, cheap stocks of phenomenal companies. If you are a trader, you buy the dip, you sell the rip. It's plain as that. So, I really am interested to see what future PayPal pretty much holds over the next year. It's going to be a fun time, everyone. It really is. Okay, wrap up this video. Sorry that I rambled on for a little bit, but a lot to talk about. If you enjoy this content, definitely smash the like button. Please subscribe for future content. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe. And I'll see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Later.